I'm CC Summers. Welcome to House Hunted 2. I've decided that getting eaten by one house just wasn't enough times. I must be consumed by another. The game you're about to play contains graphic violence that some may find uncomfortable or disturbing. The creator takes no responsibility for those who may be upset by proceeding. By continuing, you are consenting to the contents therein and agreeing that you are capable and mature enough to enjoy this content responsibly. Mature enough? Sure. Capable? Debatable. Understood. Ugh, what a long bus ride. But I'm glad I'm finally here. That's weird. I'm getting some intense deja vu right now. Right? Oh well, it's probably because all bus stations are the same. You look around yourself, taking in the surroundings, breathing in the nauseating aroma of bus exhaust and oil. Nothing like a dirty old bus stop to wake up the senses. Well, there's obviously not much to look at here at the Grey Horse bus station. Grey Horse. I'm sure the rest of the city is beautiful, just like the brochure said, because the brochure is always right. Hopefully the apartment company was honest about having my new place ready for move-in. I have a sneaking suspicion that they were not being honest, unlike the last time. You quickly grabbed your heavy, rolling luggage and trotted towards a guest service area to check out the map. Your stomach was growling, and you were so hungry you could eat almost anything right now. Wow, the island is so much bigger than I expected. I'll never run out of things to do. There's a cafe nearby. I bet they have some interesting local cuisine. I also kind of wanted to see the city. I could just wander around a little bit. I'm also pretty tired. Maybe I should just head to my brand new apartment. I love how so far this is a completely and totally brand new experience for us. Let's just go top to bottom. Go to the cafe first. Yeah, a cafe sounds pretty amazing right now after that long bus ride. It looks like there's one pretty nearby in something called the Normal Business District. That's kind of a weird name. Oh well, food's food, and I'm too starved to care right now. You finally reach the Normal Business District and find the specific cafe you had in mind. It's small and quaint, and the strong smell of coffee wafts by you with every patron that swings its doors open. There's quite a few people coming and going through the many stores and eateries, though there's only one person that really stands out in the crowd. You watch as a petite girl runs from person to person. She seems to be asking them something before scribbling the information on a little clipboard in her hand. Suddenly, the two of you lock eyes, and she makes a beeline for you before you have the chance to react. Good afternoon. You look new. May I have a moment of your time? What is your name? Sure. Her cheery demeanor was a little off-putting, but she seemed sweet. Maybe you should humor her? Sure, why not? You figured you might as well hear her out. It's not like you're in a hurry. Sure, what can I help you with? Oh, thank you. I promise I won't hold you for too long. My name is Ivy Woodrow. I'm the assistant to the mayor of the valley, and I'm just doing my monthly census. I have to keep very close track of those coming in and the state of everyone's living experience. Okay, Ivy. So you're a new resident, I'm assuming. Yes, I just got off the bus and I was about to grab something to eat before heading to my new home. I see. You watch her as she scribbles something down on her clipboard, her eyes going back and forth from the board and back at you. All right then, that would make you, correct? We're so happy to have you here at the Valley. Thank you, yes. It really is such a nice place to live if you know where you're going. I do have to ask you though, this home you mentioned, it was assigned to you by the Uncanny Valley apartment hunters, right? Not by a realtor? At least she's got our best interest at heart. Yes? Perfect. Then you should be all set up for your new life here. I hope it'll be a long one. Like, it's a fitting thing to say considering where we're living, but it's still a really weird thing to say to somebody. And about realtors. I can't seem to find one of them for my census, so just stay alert. I'm pretty sure they've all reached their monthly allotment, but we've had some mishaps. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you need anything, feel free to come to the mayor's office. Okay. Before you can respond, Ivy was already rushing past you to interview the next person. I do have a question, though, Ivy. What is their monthly allotment? 1, how many are there? And 2, how many people are they allowed to eat in a month? Because that's a lot of people to sustain these realtors if they're allowed to eat people every month. And if there's more than one, and this is a pretty small island, that was kind of weird, but you couldn't really think about it with how loud your stomach was growling, so you headed inside the cafe. You slowly step into the cafe, taking in the smooth, rich smell of brewing coffee and the sweet scent of the baked goods. It makes your stomach growl even louder and prompts you to rush up to the counter to place your order as quickly as you can. After placing your order and snatching up your dinner for the day, you scurry over to the furthest table away from anyone else to scarf them all down. You sat down on the strangely soft chair. It appeared to be wood, but the seat sunk in and shaped itself comfortably around you like memory foam. Is it eating me? I don't like it. It must be cushions with a wood grain print, you figured as you look over your order. You didn't really think about what you were getting when you ordered, only going by what looked good in the display. You decided to go with tea today, the aroma wafting gently with the smoke that drifted from the hot red liquid. It smelled like a cacophony of fragrances, from vaguely floral to fruity to something reminiscent of caramel corn. Interesting. Taking a sip didn't help, as the flavor seemed to shift as the hot tea moved through your mouth. Spicy, sweet, and almost buttery notes dancing around each other to create a very confusing experience. You decided to try the food next, picking up your fork to stab into the tall slice of cake that was adorned with what looked like purple, blown sugar in a spiral shape. There was small gold writing along the spiral, but it looked to be in a language you had never seen before. That's not promising. I hope I'm not eating some sort of fucking contract or something. You placed an ample forkful into your mouth. It tasted like a firework went off in your mouth. You coughed into a napkin, spitting out the half-chewed food, and tried to breathe. You were finally able to properly inhale through your choking and were taken aback by the sudden rich, chocolate flavor that seemed to take over your taste buds. It was the purest taste of chocolate you had ever tasted in your life, and it almost made you go in for a second bite, but you thought better than to do that. You nervously picked up a breakfast croissant sandwich, not knowing what you were going to experience from the first bite. Can you imagine living here and just every time you go to eat something, it's like this? Like, you can never just have a slice of pizza be a slice of pizza. It's always just some fucking weird-ass experimental food. You closed your eyes and... oh, it just tastes like a regular ham and cheese breakfast sandwich. I don't like this one any more than the other one. You were so engrossed in your strange eating experience, you hadn't noticed the stocky man that was now standing in front of your table. Hello, pal! You jumped at the sudden voice and looked up from your sandwich. You tried to choke out a response, but your mouth was too full to properly enunciate. Hang on. You watched the short little man pull a piece of paper from his pocket and quickly look it over, nodding to himself and stuffing it back where he pulled it. Ah, right. My name is Haim Bale, Realtor. Hello. And I would love to sell you a house today. No, thank you. I have learned my lesson. You stared at him in shocked silence, not quite sure what to say and a bit confused what he was offering you. The way he moved was awkward and sluggish, and he seemed to be perspiring an awful lot. I like that you can see the cord behind him. His little puppeteering cord. Yes, so I would love to show you to your future home. I'm sorry, but what are you talking about? Oh, did I mess it up again? Forgive me, I'm a bit rusty with the whole realtor shtick. I would love to sell you a house. This is the part where I give you my card. One moment. You watched as Heim went from pocket to pocket searching for his card. You felt a little secondhand embarrassment from how awkward this guy was. Aha! Got it! Heim leaned forward to present his card to you. You could see the coffee stains and scribbled writing on the card before you took it, but it has a smiley face and a heart on it, so... trustworthy. Please give me a call soon. I really need this. He then turned on his heels and scurried out the door, knocking a few things down on his way out. You sighed and pocketed the beat-up card. There was no way in hell you were going to call that guy of all people, even if you were looking to buy a house. Quickly finishing up your meal, you cleaned up and headed to your apartment. As you approach your new apartment complex, you feel warm in your heart and can't help thinking about how you're finally getting a much-needed change in your life. Just like the brochure that mysteriously showed up on your old door said. You take a deep breath in, taking in the cool, clean air of the valley, and step forward to find your apartment number. The apartment that looks suspiciously familiar. Finally, you're standing in front of your new apartment. The day has been long and tedious, but you are finally home. Your hand gripped onto your rolling suitcase and turned the handle. What the heck? Why is it locked? The company said it would be unlocked and the key would be on the counter. Ugh, I'm so sick of dragging my luggage everywhere. I need to give the company a call, I guess. You quickly pulled out your cell phone and called up the apartment company. Hello, Uncanny Valley Apartment Hunters. How may we help you? Hello. I'm supposed to move in today, but my apartment is locked? This is... Yes, we know who you are, you. We were going to call you, but... You hear screaming coming from the background on the other line, followed by the sound of game show music? Sorry, we were going to call you, but we're having some slight difficulties at the office. We're working on getting the mayor's assistant here right now to solve it. Until then, we're afraid your apartment had some slight... What? The sounds of canned laughter and a chainsaw whirring comes booming through the receiver, and you have to pull your ear away from the phone for a moment. Ugh. Listen, I'm sorry, but your apartment won't be ready for... Oh, Ivy, you made it. Be right back, you. You hear the sound of paper shuffling and arguing in the background that you can't quite make out. You hear the word misunderstanding a lot, though, and... Host? Whatever, it's none of your concern. Your apartment might not be ready until tomorrow. Our deepest apologies. This doesn't usually happen, but there seems to have been a mix-up. We will reimburse you for a hotel stay for the night. Go see the sights or something. There's still a chance we will have this fixed in a couple hours. I'm sure. Just don't go into any strange doors for a while. What does that mean? Okay. With that, the company hung up on you. Well, now what? You suppose you can get a hotel for the night, or you can try to burn some time. You could call Heim just to humor him, but did you really want to hang out with that guy? No. Let's find a hotel. Let's go to the hotel. It would be best to just head to a hotel before it gets too late. You're sure there's plenty downtown. You can't shake your annoyance at the company, but shit happens, and you're sure the company's in a worse spot than you are, with the chainsaws and screaming. Might as well take advantage of a free room, and they said they'd reimburse you, so maybe you can find something pricier than usual. Get out of here. As you walk through the city, you peek into the random buildings and up at the skyscrapers and marvel at the beauty of the valley. It really was a nice place to live, and you were happy to be here regardless of the small changes that were thrown at you. When you read the brochure, you were skeptical at the offers inside. Beautiful island views for affordable prices. No thought involved. We will set you up with your living space to your needs and a job that works for you. I would be very skeptical of that. It felt too good to be true, yet it felt like it was pulling you here, and you couldn't stop thinking about it until you finally called them just to sate your curiosity. The company said it would only be a couple hours. Should you wait around or call it a night at a hotel? I don't want John following me. I don't want to wait around here and just kind of meander and then that whole situation starts, so let's just find a hotel. You breathed deep and looked up, realizing you were standing in front of a rather swanky looking hotel. Your feet were sore from walking, so you decided this was the one. It was a pretty big hotel with what looked like a plethora of rooms. You didn't recognize the name, but it didn't matter much. After signing in, you made your way to your room. It was nice and spacious, but you could care less in the moment and simply face-planted into the soft, pillowy mattress. You let your eyes flutter shut and your body melt into the bed as you drifted off, the thoughts of your new life swirling around in your head. You couldn't wait to get into your apartment tomorrow. And your new job at the gas station. Don't work there. You lived! April Fools. So did I actually live, or is this April Fools? Oh, I actually lived. Yes! Okay, this time we're just gonna wait around near this sentient ball of hair and see what happens. You wander around the city for another hour. Your back hurts, your feet hurt, and you're exhausted. The sudden ring from your cell phone wakes you back up, and you rush to answer it. Hello, you? Great news! We were able to get everything in order with the help of Miss Woodrow, the mayor's assistant. Oh, thanks, Ivy. Your apartment is all ready for you now. We are so very sorry for the inconvenience. We have sent a car to drive you home. Oh, great! That's wonderful news. Thank you so much. What customer service. I appreciate it. Of course, thank you for going through Uncanny Valley Apartment Hunters, operating Realtor free since 1987. Before you could pocket your phone, a sleek black sedan pulled next to you, the surly-looking driver cracking his window and beckoning you in. You noticed the sticker on the door with the apartment company's logo and hopped in, tossing your luggage on the seat. You waved goodbye to the driver and rushed to your door. You held your breath and turned the door handle. It opened with a slight creak and you exhaled and took your first step inside. It was spacious and lit up nicely. You were happy to be home as you quickly tossed your luggage and locked your front door behind you and made a beeline for your bed. I recognize our apartment. It is not a safe place for us. It was good to be home. And tomorrow you'd start your new job at the gas station. Yes! So the company did say to not go into any strange stores, but I mean, they haven't worked with a realtor since 1987. Maybe they've changed. They don't know. Let's call Haim. You sighed, defeated. He seemed nice, and you might as well kill some time looking at houses you'll never buy. Pulling out your phone again, you start to dial Haim's number. Hey, ya pal. I had a feeling you were gonna call me. I could feel it in my bones. You were just hiding over there in the bushes watching me, weren't you? No. Anyway, let's say you and me go look at that house now. He's just dying to meet you. All right, I'll look at the house, but don't expect me to buy anything. Hey, don't worry about it. Just getting you inside the house is more than enough for... what do they call it? Commission? Yeah, something like that. All right, lead the way. You spend the next 20 minutes slowly following behind Haim as he waddled awkwardly along. He kept talking about television programs and fast food places he personally liked, and you find yourself not really minding the company. Sure, he wasn't great to look at, but he didn't seem like a bad guy. Just very, very awkward. You also couldn't help but wonder what that weird pink tube sticking out of the back of his neck was. Like, what a strange little detail. Oh well, it's never question it. Before you could ask him, he stopped walking and your eyes widened at the view before you. This is the house? Oh no, dude. How long has it been since you've eaten somebody, my guy? Take better care of yourself. Aw, hey now, pal. It's a little rough around the edge, sure. But with some tender love and care, you'll see this house become a home in no time. Or whatever. You just gotta see the insides. I promise you won't be disappointed. Did you really want to waste your time even humoring him and having to step foot in this disgusting-looking place? Nah, let's just go home and go to the gas station, and I'm sure working at the gas station is going to be so great for us. You know what? On second thought, I think I'd rather not waste your time, Heim. There's no way I would buy a house like this, even if I was searching. Well, can't say I'm too surprised about that. Well, you have yourself a fine day, you. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. You watched as Heim plopped backwards onto the ground, that strange pink tube on his neck seeming to be pulling him along the ground until he slipped into the house. Looking at us. You felt an odd pang of guilt as you headed towards downtown to search for a hotel. You wander around the city for another hour. Your back hurts, your feet hurt, and you're exhausted. Oh, is our apartment ready? Yay! Okay. Hooray! Doing great. Okay, fine, let's go fucking feed him or whatever. You rubbed your eyes and shrugged. What's the worst that could happen? This guy didn't seem dangerous in the slightest. If anything, he just seemed pathetic. This weird pink tube. All right, Heim, show me the house. Really? Hot dog! Thank you. This means a lot to me. I know. It was almost kind of cute how the little guy did what you could only guess was an attempt to hop up in excitement, though his feet only went maybe an inch off the ground. He quickly scurried over to the door and opened it for you, beckoning you inside politely. All right, here we go. Looks like everything was just made out of dirt. Yep, it was just as bad on the inside. Well, what do you think, pal? Not too bad, right? This is horrible, man. I do not enjoy this. This is not great. This is terrible. I can't believe you're trying to sell this disgusting place. Oh, I guess I've let myself go maybe a little bit. I wouldn't say I'm disgusting. Off-putting and maybe repellent even, but disgusting is a little harsh. It doesn't matter all that much anyway. I'm essentially an anglerfish type creature that's about to eat you. No! Wait, what? Before you could register what was happening, Heim awkwardly shoved you to the ground, only being able to knock you down because you were distracted. I'm sorry, pal. I really liked ya, but a realtor's gotta eat. Let me put this thing away so my natural anesthetics can gently lull you to sleep. I don't like that. You watch as Heim's eyes turn black as if a light had turned off inside him, his body becoming limp and the cord connecting to his neck pulled taut. You watched as the cord struggled to yank Heim's hefty little body, essentially dragging him along the ground face first. This would be a lot scarier if this was anyone or anything else. Meaty tendrils began sprouting from the floor and twisting around themselves until they finally formed a recliner? The little guy worked hard today. He deserves to put his feet up. Heim's voice chimed in again, though it now sounded as if it was being projected all around you instead of from his body. Whew, this lure is such a pain in my gutters to lug around, let me tell ya. My cord is aching, something fierce chasing you around all day. What is happening right now? It's okay, just relax. You'll start feeling real sleepy right about now. You lifted yourself off the dirty, meaty floor and looked around, confused. I don't feel anything? Oh. Well, I might have filled up a bit on fast food earlier, not gonna lie. Are you serious? Hey, do you know how hard it is to catch buyers in this economy? A house has gotta eat. Besides, I never cared all that much for eating people. Give me a fat, greasy burger over that any day, am I right? How right you are, house. I guess I can't argue with that. Well, since you're here, would you want to maybe hang out and catch some television? Oh, what the hell, sure. Let's just hang out and watch TV with this sentient house that tried to eat me. You watched as Heim's recliner slowly grew in size, combining itself with the nearby meat-like couch, and invited you to sit with a wave of a fleshy tentacle. What is that? Heim wasn't such a bad guy after all. Aww. So I wonder if anything changes if we compliment the house. It's so nice in here. Wow, it's great. Wow, oh geez. No one's ever said something that nice to me. Oh, I don't know what to say, you. Please forgive me if I'm being a bit forward, but, well, gotta shoot my shot, right? No, don't do that. No, no, no. No. Would you give this down on his luck house a chance and let me take you on a date? I don't got a lot of money, but I'll treat you right. You could feel how sweaty his hands were and also how strangely plant-like they felt against yours. There was something endearing about him that you couldn't leave hanging. Ah, what the hell. Sure, Heim, we can go on a date. And if it doesn't go well, he'll just eat me, so. Oh my gosh. Thank you. You've made me the luckiest house in the valley. I promise I'll do it all for you, but let's take it slow, okay? I've never dated anyone before. No. Look at us. We scored ourselves a hot date. So we're still at the cafe, and we're here with Ivy. And every time I've just been, like, humoring her because I don't want to be mean. But I think this time we're just going to be a little mean. And we're just going to be like, just bounce. Bye. Sorry, I really don't have the time for surveys or petitions or anything like that. Oh. Huh. No one's ever blown me off like that before. Well, my name's Ivy Woodrow. I'm the mayor's assistant. I'm pretty sure I know who you are, so I'll just mark you down and leave you be. Sorry to have disturbed you. You're darn right you should be sorry. I'm in a hurry. Before you can respond, Ivy was already rushing past you to interview the next person. Okay, let's eat. Okay, so I thought that going to the city and just wandering around would change how it ended, because this was the ending that mentioned her, because she was the one that helped us get our apartment ready in time. So it wasn't, I didn't have to spend the night in a hotel, but she's just too nice. She helped us anyways. So we're just ready to go work at our gas station job anyways. So now let's just kind of wander around. Let's see what we got going on here. I think it would be fun to get the lay of the land today. Just a little walk around the area to see what's around and all. You spend the next half an hour just wandering the streets and window shopping. Finally, you ended up at what you're pretty sure the map called the Work District, made apparent by the giant skyscrapers that surrounded you. You made your way to a nearby bench and sat down, watching all the people walking to and from buildings. Many of them seemed to just blend together in an endless sea of blue and pink suits. You notice one of the blue-suited businessmen has stopped a few feet in front of you. He seems lost in thought and vacant. Who are you? He's blonde-haired, blue-eyed. He's just here to kill me, so maybe you should say something. You should just say, fuck off. We're gonna ignore his ass. Bye. It's none of your business what this man is going through, and you figured it would be weird to ask a stranger on the street about his problems. Keep it moving, guy. You watch him go on his way. You wondered if maybe you could have done something. Before you can think about it longer, you hear labored breathing next to you that prompts you to glance to your side. Next to you is a short, balding man who seems to be struggling to catch his breath, his hands on his knees as he tries to regain his composure. Hello, Heim? Whew. Give me a second. I thought you were gonna be at the cafe. Oh. Oh man, I'm out of shape. Gonna be feeling this in the morning. Yeah, so I'm Heim Bale, yada yada yada. I'm interested in selling you a house. Oh right, I'm a realtor, by the way. Damn, the speech I had prepared was much better at the cafe. You were too shocked and confused to really think up a more articulate response other than, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? Oh, house. I want to sell you a house. Real cheap. Look, just take my card and give me a call. You watch as Heim went from pocket to pocket searching for his card. Yes. Gimme... Got it. Cutscene time. I'll be waiting for your call. Biggest discounts on houses this side of the valley. And the other side, too. You watched as the chubby little man scurried off, the weird pink hose sticking out of his neck tripping him as he ran behind some bushes. Well, there's no way in hell I'm calling that guy. Okay, so it's just the same choices, so I guess let's go back and ask the serial killer what's wrong. Alright, what's wrong, guy? Was the person you were trying to kidnap and murder just too slippery for you? Excuse me, sir. Are you alright? Huh? Are you talking to me? Yeah, sorry if I'm bothering you, but you seemed down and I was wondering if you needed help. Wow, excuse me, no one's talked to me in a while. Not since my wife left. I'm a little rusty. That's sad. Please excuse my atrocious manners. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Richard. Richard Everyman. Pleasure to meet you, Richard. Please don't kill me. Nice to meet you too. I'm you. I'm sorry to hear about your wife, but why won't anyone else talk to you? Oh, that's just how it is. I'm getting older and I can feel my clock ticking. You know how it is. Do I? You look fine to me. I think you have plenty of life left in you, man. It's just how you choose to live it. I've never thought about it like that. Really? That's a pretty common saying. Not around here. But you're right, you. I'm gonna try to look up and hold on for as long as they'll allow. Who's they? Thank you. He's already power walking away from you before you can answer. You notice a chipper little bounce in his step and smile to yourself. Before you can think about it longer, you hear labored breathing next to you that prompts you to glance to your side. Hello, Heim. Okay, so I ran through all the options for that. The man never pops up again. I guess he was completely irrelevant. Okay, so the last thing is just to go straight home. But I have a feeling it's just gonna be going straight to the apartment. That long bus ride was grueling enough, and all you can think about is heading home and plopping face first in your bed. As you approach your new apartment complex, you feel warm in your heart and can't help thinking about how you're finally getting a much-needed change in your life. Okay. And then we get locked out. Oh no! Before you can pull out your cell phone, you notice a short little man standing in front of you expectantly. You really don't have time for this. Hey there, pal. You weren't at the cafe or the city. I've been trying to track you down all day. Ew. You know how sore my cord is dragging myself around like this? Maybe there's a reason you're having a hard time eating people. I mean, hey there, pal. I'm Heim Bale, cheapest realtor in the valley. What say I hook you up with a house, real cheap? Heim stared at you, small whimpers squeaking through his lips as sweat droplets dripped from his brow. You were so taken off guard by him, you realized your mouth was a bit agape in dumbfounded awe. I have an apartment. That's why I'm at an apartment complex. Ah, but you couldn't get in now, could you? You know what wouldn't give you that issue. A house. The house I'm gonna sell to you. Did you have something to do with my apartment being locked? You took a step towards the realtor and he shrunk down. He looked even smaller like this and you felt a pang of guilt, mostly due to the fact that he was so small and pathetic you could easily beat him up if you wanted. No, of course not. I'm just doing my job and looking out, that's all. Listen, just take my card and give me a call when you're ready to buy. You watch as Haim went from pocket to pocket in search of his cards. Yes, give me your card. What do you got to lose? I don't know, my self-respect. We all lose that someday. Okay. Look at this. I realized as I was doing options, you can click on John Doe. Or the hairball currently masquerading as John Doe. Huh? What's that thing? You notice a weird black creature squirming around an alley and decide to go see what it was. You hoped it was a cat. You wander into the alley. You saw the cat slink down, glancing around the trash bins and chirping out a psst, psst, psst to get its attention. You jump when you feel something brush against your leg. Looking down, you see a huge eyeball staring back up at you. It's okay, it's just Mike Wazowski. You flinch away from the weird thing and try to catch your bearings. It didn't seem to mean you harm, but it wasn't exactly normal to see a 2-foot-tall ball of hair staring at you. Hello? Oh, it seemed to like that with the way it's trilling at you. Can you talk? What are you? It made a weird chirpy purr noise. You guessed it, can't talk. At least not yet. Oh, now it's making all sorts of weird noises and seems to be gesturing, but you aren't sure what about. It tugs on your leg with what you can only describe as a tentacle of hair and starts to lead you over to a storm drain. I'm not going in there. The little hairball trills at you again and seems to be writing something in the dust, but it's a language you don't know. Before you can attempt to inquire more, it slinks over to the drain. It's chirping loudly at you, and you can only guess what it means. Do you want me to wait here? It nods its little body to the best of its ability, and you nod back. You watch the little creature disappear down the drain and sigh. Guess you're waiting for Lord knows what. At least this kills some time, and it's not every day you see something like this. True. You walk back over to the alley and sit against the wall, but keep the drain in view for when that thing comes back. You slowly let your tired eyes close. Hello. You jolt awake and come face to face with a familiar eyeball, but a very different body. Hello. What? Who are you? Oh, you don't recognize me? Good, that means my body is perfect. I've been trying for so long to get it to look right, but someone can always tell that I'm not human. And then it's really, 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 really scary. But you couldn't tell it was me. Thank you so much for waiting, by the way. I didn't know if you would, but I really, really, really hoped. Wait, you're telling me you're that little hairball I saw? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Though, I can kind of see a resemblance. Oh no, you can? Tell me what gives it away. What could it possibly be? This was ridiculous, but you couldn't deny there was a cyclops with an oddly gummy body standing in front of you. You could only describe the way he moved like an old claymation kids show, but his hair seemed to twist and turn at will. I'd probably say the eye. Humans have 2 eyes usually, and a nose. Oh, is there just one again? Making 2 is so hard, though. It's very, 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 very uncomfortable to split my pupil, and then everything just looks really dizzy. But if you think that'll make me perfect, I'll do it. Miss Ivy, the mayor's assistant, said we could be people if we can fit in. Miss Ivy? Also, you do not have enough fingers, sir. You need more fingers? I'm so excited to fit in. Miss Ivy called me John Doe, by the way. I don't think I'll be forgetting you anytime soon. I don't think you will either. Yay! Okay, I guess that's it. I got all the gallery photos. I love this picture. His little eyes. Well, thanks for playing House Hunted 2 with me. I definitely ended up getting consumed by a house, just not in the way I initially intended. If you ever see an old, rundown, dilapidated house just chillin', the inhabitants probably just want to watch TV with you and it's fine to go in. I'll see you later.